Imagine waking up in the morning, standing up with ease, and walking without the fear of sudden leg cramps or feeling off balance. For millions of older adults, this is no longer their daily reality. Instead, muscle weakness, stiffness, and fatigue have crept in, turning once simple movements into frustrating challenges. But what if the solution isn't just more exercise, but smarter nutrition? In this video, we're not going to throw a long list of supplements at you. Instead, we'll focus on just 4 scientifically backed vitamins that your body absolutely needs to maintain strong, pain-free legs, especially as you age. We'll break down the key functions of each vitamin, how deficiencies silently sabotage your mobility, and most importantly, how you can easily get enough of them, whether through food or supplements. You'll also hear real-life stories from seniors who made simple changes and saw real improvements in how they walk, move, and rest at night. So if you or a loved one has been battling leg cramps, poor circulation, or general lower body weakness, don't go anywhere. You might just find that your legs are one vitamin away from feeling years younger. As we get older, one of the most underestimated causes of weak, unsteady legs is a silent deficiency in vitamin D. While this nutrient is widely known for its role in building strong bones, its impact on muscle strength, balance, and nerve function is just as crucial, especially for older adults hoping to stay mobile and independent. Vitamin D plays a direct role in maintaining the integrity of fast-twitch muscle fibers, which are essential for quick movements and balance recovery. These fibers help you catch yourself if you stumble, support your legs when climbing stairs, and make it easier to stand up from a seated position. Without enough vitamin D, these fibers weaken and reaction times slow down, leaving your legs feeling heavy, clumsy, or even shaky. Consider the story of Ellen, a 74-year-old from the Midwest who started experiencing frequent nighttime cramps and mild stumbles while walking to her mailbox. A visit to her doctor revealed severely low levels of vitamin D. With a simple intervention, 15 minutes of morning sunlight, some fatty fish in her meals, and a daily vitamin D supplement, Ellen felt a noticeable return in leg strength and coordination within just a few weeks. She was once again able to walk confidently, sleep through the night without cramps, and enjoy her independence. Vitamin D also plays a pivotal role in neuromuscular communication. Think of it as the translator between your brain and your muscles. Without it, signals slow down or get misinterpreted, leading to muscle fatigue, stiffness, or painful spasms. It even reduces chronic inflammation in muscle tissue, which helps alleviate lingering soreness or unexplained discomfort in the legs. Unfortunately, as we age, our skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight, and many seniors spend more time indoors, further compounding the problem. That's why deficiency is so common and so impactful. The good news is that regaining control over your leg strength and stability often starts with this one foundational vitamin. Regular safe sun exposure, about 15 to 30 minutes in the early morning, is one of the most effective ways to help your body generate vitamin D naturally. Foods like salmon mackerel, egg yolks, mushrooms, and fortified dairy products can also help support your intake. But for many older adults, a daily supplement of 800 to 1,000 IU becomes a practical and necessary solution, especially during winter months or for those who are mostly homebound. You don't have to accept weakness, stiffness, or cramps as inevitable signs of aging. Sometimes the first step toward stronger, more dependable legs is simply giving your body the vitamin it's been missing all along. If you've ever been jolted awake in the middle of the night by a sudden cramp in your calf or found yourself pausing mid-step because your leg muscles started to tighten without warning, you're not alone, and your body might be desperately calling out for more magnesium. This often overlooked mineral is essential for smooth, coordinated movement. It doesn't make headlines like calcium or vitamin D, but it's the quiet workhorse that ensures your muscles contract and relax with perfect rhythm. As we age, magnesium becomes increasingly important, yet it's also one of the nutrients most easily depleted by common medications, stress, and poor digestion. James, a 67-year-old retired truck driver from Arizona, experienced this firsthand. He suffered from nightly leg cramps that disturbed his sleep and made mornings miserable. His blood tests were mostly normal, but a nutrition-savvy doctor checked his magnesium levels and found they were low. James made simple changes. He added more leafy green seeds and beans to his meals and took a small dose of magnesium citrate at night. Within just a few weeks, the cramps disappeared. His sleep improved, and he felt noticeably stronger and more at ease on his feet. So, how exactly does magnesium help? It plays a critical role in muscle function by acting as a natural calcium blocker. While calcium signals muscles to contract, magnesium allows them to relax. Without enough magnesium, muscles stay tense longer than they should, leading to tightness, spasms, and those sharp involuntary cramps that wake you up at 2 a.m. Even your stamina and endurance can suffer because magnesium is involved in energy production within muscle cells. Low levels often result in early fatigue and heavy-feeling legs even after mild activity. The problem is that many older adults unknowingly fall short on magnesium due to age-related changes in digestion or medications like diuretics, antacids, and certain blood pressure pills that increase magnesium loss. Combine that with a diet lacking in magnesium-rich foods, and the result is a slow creeping decline in leg strength, coordination, and comfort. Thankfully, boosting magnesium is both easy and effective. Foods like spinach, black beans, quinoa, pumpkin seeds, almonds, and avocados are all rich in magnesium and can be easily added to your daily meals. If dietary changes aren't enough, supplements, especially in the form of magnesium citrate or magnesium glycinate, are well absorbed and generally gentle on the stomach. Once your magnesium levels are restored, the transformation can be surprisingly fast. Many people report a dramatic drop in leg cramps, improved sleep, and greater ease of movement. Muscles that once felt stiff and unresponsive begin to feel supple, balanced, and energized again. In the journey to stronger, more reliable legs, magnesium may not be the flashiest nutrient, but its impact is undeniable. If your legs have been cramping, dragging, or wearing out too quickly, this quiet mineral may be the missing piece you didn't even know you needed. When we talk about leg strength, most people immediately think about muscles and bones. But there's a third equally important player in the equation: your nerves. And one vitamin above all others keeps those nerves firing properly. Vitamin B12. Without it, even the strongest muscles can feel weak, clumsy, or disconnected simply because they're not receiving the right instructions from the brain. Vitamin B12 plays a vital role in maintaining the myelin sheath, the protective coating that surrounds nerve fibers and allows signals to travel quickly and accurately from your brain and spinal cord down to your legs. When B12 is deficient, that coating begins to deteriorate. Nerve impulses slow down or get scrambled, which leads to numbness, tingling, poor coordination, and a creeping feeling that your legs just don't work the way they used to. That's exactly what happened to Linda, a 72-year-old retired teacher. She began noticing a strange heaviness in her legs, almost like they weren't listening to her brain anymore. Walking became more difficult. Her balance was off. She assumed it was just old age until a routine blood test showed her B12 levels were dangerously low. After receiving regular B12 injections and adjusting her diet, Linda experienced a steady return of leg control, faster reflexes, and renewed confidence with every step she took. Unfortunately, vitamin B12 deficiency is far more common in older adults than most people realize. That's because B12 absorption requires adequate stomach acid and a protein called intrinsic factor, both of which decline with age. Long-term use of acid-reducing medications, such as those used for heartburn or reflux, can also impair absorption. Add in dietary changes or reduced appetite, and it's no wonder that many seniors gradually lose B12 without realizing it. When B12 is lacking, the signs often masquerade as typical aging feet that fall asleep easily, a feeling of pins and needles, difficulty lifting the feet properly while walking, or even chronic fatigue after mild activity. These symptoms might be brushed off, but they could actually be red flags that your neuromuscular system is under stress. The solution, fortunately, is within reach. B12 is found naturally in animal-based foods such as meat, fish, eggs, and dairy. If you're vegetarian or vegan, You can get B12 through fortified foods like certain cereals and plant-based milks. However, when absorption is the problem, as it often is with older adults, oral supplements or periodic injections prescribed by a healthcare provider may be necessary to bring levels back to normal. Correcting a B12 deficiency doesn't just improve leg strength. It can also enhance balance, restore confidence in walking, and dramatically reduce the risk of falls. Some seniors who once relied on walkers or canes have regained enough stability to walk unaided simply by addressing a hidden nutrient gap. The nervous system is like the electrical wiring that powers every movement you make, and vitamin B12 is the insulation that keeps those wires protected and running smoothly. When that system starts to falter, even small tasks, getting out of a chair, climbing stairs, or navigating a grocery aisle, can feel unsafe or exhausting. But with the right nutrition, that system can bounce back, and so can you. If your legs feel like they've been losing their edge, don't overlook what your nerves might be trying to tell you. Replenishing vitamin B12 might be the key to reconnecting your body with the freedom to move. When most people think about calcium, they imagine strong bones and healthy teeth. But few realize that calcium, if left unchecked, can become a problem, especially as we age. That's where vitamin K2 steps in. Often overshadowed by its more famous relatives, like vitamin D and calcium itself, K2 plays a behind-the-scenes yet critical role in keeping your legs mobile, your joints pain-free, and your arteries clear. Vitamin K2 acts like a traffic controller for calcium. It makes sure calcium goes where it belongs, into your bones, and not where it doesn't, like your arteries, joints, or soft tissues. When calcium gets deposited in the wrong places, it can stiffen joints, reduce circulation, and even contribute to leg pain that feels more like arthritis than aging. Harold, a 70-year-old hiking enthusiast, began noticing that descending hills and stairs became increasingly uncomfortable. His knees felt stiff and sore, despite his bone scans showing normal density. Eventually, imaging revealed something less obvious: calcium buildup in his leg arteries. His doctor recommended he begin taking a vitamin K2 supplement and include more fermented foods in his diet. After a few months of consistent intake, the stiffness began to ease, and Harold returned to the trails with greater comfort and freedom than he'd had in years. This is what makes K2 so important. It activates a special protein called osteocalcin, which helps bind calcium to the bone matrix. At the same time, it activates another protein, MGP, which prevents calcium from sticking to blood vessel walls and soft tissues. In other words, K2 doesn't just build bone, it protects everything around it. Without enough K2, even a healthy calcium intake and adequate vitamin D might not be enough. Calcium could end up settling into the wrong tissues, contributing to stiffness in your knees, tension in your calves, or poor blood flow that leaves your legs feeling cold, heavy, or fatigued. Over time, this misplaced calcium can increase the risk of vascular disease and joint degeneration, especially in the lower body, where gravity already places extra strain on aging legs. Fortunately, incorporating more K2 into your daily routine doesn't have to be difficult. Foods like natto, a fermented Japanese soybean dish, aged cheeses, sauerkraut, egg yolks, and liver are all natural sources. But for most people, especially in Western diets where these foods aren't commonly eaten, a supplement containing the MK7 form of vitamin K2 may be the most practical and effective option. This version stays active in the body longer and ensures consistent calcium regulation throughout the day. There is one caveat: anyone taking blood-thinning medications such as warfarin should consult their doctor before increasing K2 intake, as it can interfere with clotting. But for most seniors, adding K2 to the mix can be a safe and powerful strategy for maintaining leg strength and resilience. Ultimately, healthy legs aren't just about building muscle or protecting bone. They're about fluid motion free from stiffness, tightness, or pain. And that only happens when your body's internal systems work in harmony, especially when it comes to managing calcium. Vitamin K2 ensures that your legs move freely, your joints stay flexible, and your circulation remains strong so you can walk through life with confidence, not discomfort. Your legs carry you through life, so it's only right that you give them what they need to stay strong, steady, and pain-free. For older adults, that means more than just walking or stretching. It means nourishing your body with the right internal support. Vitamin D helps muscles fire quickly and stay balanced. Magnesium prevents cramps and keeps movements smooth. Vitamin B12 restores nerve function, improving coordination and energy. And vitamin K2 ensures calcium strengthens bones, not stiffens your joints or clogs your arteries. Together, these 4 nutrients form the foundation for strong, reliable legs. They've helped people regain confidence, reduce pain, improve sleep, and avoid falls. Most importantly, they've helped restore independence. If your legs feel heavy, weak, or unstable, don't just blame age. Listen to your body. It may be asking for something it's missing. With the right vitamins, you're not just improving your legs, you're reclaiming your freedom.